Hello there, so my name is Galen Moore and we are here at Happy Day Dessert Factory. With the Small Business Solidarity Program, we support small Black-owned businesses in the city of Pittsburgh. Today we're here at my shop, Happy Day Dessert Factory. We serve ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, water ice. We also have custard, almond milk soft serve. If you're vegan or if you're lactose intolerant, we have it all for you.
We are here at Happy Day Dessert Factory. It's the first stop on the Small Business Solidarity Program, which is essentially here to highlight Black business in the Pittsburgh area. Essentially, we will donate up to $1,500 every month to a restaurant or dessert factory, ice cream parlor, what have you, and highlight that business that needs to be focused on and put in the forefront for everybody in Pittsburgh to know about.
Can you talk a little bit about what it's like being a young Black entrepreneur in the city?
So, well, of course it's hard because you got to wake up every day and you got to come in. If you don't come in, well, you got to have somebody else come in for you. Then it's really just believing in yourself and staying on the right path and having the right mindset that, yeah, I can do this. I'm not going to fail. There's a lot of people around my age, they always say, yeah, well, I always had the idea of starting a business. Well, I actually did it, had the help of my family. Not everybody else has the help of their family. Thankful for my family.
How old are you?
I'm 21. So I just turned 21 on September 11th.
What has been one of the biggest barriers you've had to overcome as an entrepreneur?
Actually, just raising all the capital to get all the funds and stuff to get everything that I needed. We had a few barriers. Another big barrier was when we had the architect come in. He designed the place for us, and then we're gonna have somebody build it, and the builder backed out like a week before. And then we were trying to find a place. We got in contact with a lady, her name is Alexis Russell. Another Black-owned business, she does construction as well. And she built the place up for us in 2 years, so thankful for her.
You were talking hard about capital. KHAMIL, you run Cocopreneur. You actually gave Happy Days a grant. So can you talk about why you started Cocopreneur and what the grant program is?
Cocopreneur, it started really as a Black business directory, but then it turned into a consultancy after realizing that people don't only need to be visible and found, they also need support in order to sustain their businesses. So the way that the fund came to be is after the protests for George Floyd's murder, there was vandalism downtown and 2 Black businesses in particular were vandalized. I immediately started this fundraiser, and from the excess fund, after taking care of the business downtown, there was all this money. Just decided to do mini grants because other people were suffering because of COVID interruptions. So that's how the fund came to be. I put the application out, Galen applied, just based on what he said his needs were and how immediate they were. He was one of the recipients of that first round.
Sam, you heard a little bit of what Galen was saying with some of the barriers that they've had opening up a business from ground up. One of the things that you've been very instrumental in is educating people around economic interests within the county, and you have Greenwood Week coming up next week. Can you talk a little bit about what Greenwood Week is and how it helps other young Black entrepreneurs?
Greenwood Week is essentially a conference, well, a different type of conference that teaches you how to start, maintain, or progress your business to the next level. But it's not solely for just entrepreneurs. I think it's morphed into this learning experience for Black people navigating socioeconomics in general, right? Because there's a lot of professionals, there's a lot of entrepreneurs, there was a lot of people who are interested in like making more money, but they don't really know how. So it kind of morphed into learning how to navigate the system as a Black person, right? Like learning how the ins and outs of how money works, how professionalism works. I really hate that word, by the way. But learning how to be successful in a system that is not designed for your success. That's mainly what Greenwood Week is about. It started out as, trying to help entrepreneurs because, KHAMIL and myself are entrepreneurs. And then we designed the classes on things that we need to learn as small businesses. But it kind of morphed into people want to come to have a different experience because we don't necessarily do the whole pep talk thing that other conferences do. You know, they're just like, if you go out there and get it, you'll get it. But that doesn't make any sense because, like, who am I getting it from? Where am I getting it from? You know, like, who am I supposed to talk to? So we like pass out emails, you know, we have conversations on couches, we meditate, you know what I'm saying? It's just a different type of conference to alleviate some of the stressors of being a Black person in a system that values money over your own life.
It's very stressful running a business. What has been the best part of your day, and how do you practice like self-care so that you're able to do this every single day?
I love playing video games, so when I'm done with this, I just game it hard. I just go hard all night.
What game?
Call of Duty, sometimes Apex. As I play with my two of my friends I consider my brothers. We got a nice little clan going right now, the code names. I just talk to them about my day really over the mic. We just talk about it. Sit down and meditate here and there from time to time. I just think about just the road that it took to get here, and I think about how I grew as a better person from the time I went to CCAC, from my time in high school, and just all the way up to time to now. So it's just like I grew.
Alex, this was kind of like your baby. You brought this to life. Why was it so important for you to highlight Black businesses as well as provide health screens for the community?
It's important to highlight Black business in Pittsburgh because I feel like a lot of Pittsburgh doesn't know or think that there are Black businesses around. And if they do, they might only know of a couple, and they are the ones that just get cycled of support. And so we are trying to make sure that the larger Pittsburgh population knows a lot of Black businesses that are around here. So we can take a 12-month period and focus on 12 specific ones that you might not have heard of. And so that's why we're doing this, is we just want to highlight Black people, Black business, but Black society in Pittsburgh in a way that hasn't gotten highlighted or talked about in the way that it needs to before.
Part of Greenwood Week is, like how Alex said, is highlighting business, networking, and engagement. What has been for you some of the benefits of participating in Greenwood?
So Sam kind of highlighted this before, but one of the huge benefits that we get out of putting Greenwood Week on is being able to receive all the information. The way we do Greenwood Week, we take subject matter experts from the community. So everybody who leads a session in Greenwood Week is a Black-owned business. Well, let's say everybody we pay, right? So everybody we pay to lead a session is a Black-owned business in their own right, and they are a subject matter expert in whatever it is that we discuss. So when we're facilitating or when we're putting together a Greenwood Week, we sit and we take notes at sessions, right? Because the same information that we would like to know for ourselves, we know others do. And questions that other people have about how to run business, we also have for ourselves. So I think that is, they say there's no such thing as altruism. And I kind of believe that, like it benefits me, but while it benefits me, I want it to benefit everybody else too. So I think that's one of the cool things that I've kind of gotten from Greenwood Week.
Sam, can you talk a little bit about why it's very important to have people, especially Black people, be in business for themselves, creating capital for themselves, and engaging in networking for themselves?
Black people have always been entrepreneurs, historically and culturally. Traditionally, like, we all know somebody who has sold something, their talent, their craft, whatever it is that they can do, right? It's just the system does not recognize you as a business unless you are able to, again, maneuver it in the way that they want you to, right? Like, so let's say you have an aunt who sells plates out of her house, right? The system wants its money, basically. So she doesn't understand that she needs her ServSafe certification to be able to sell food legally, right? Even though she understands how to clean a kitchen, all of that stuff. It's an understanding of, you were already doing this, right? Like, we're just here to help you translate that. I believe that drug dealers are very good salesmen, right? They just don't have those tools to be able to do it in corporate America, right? Like in pharmaceuticals or whatever it is, right? Like, they are very good salesmen, but they don't see that because the system vilifies their method of finding money for their families. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to support. The talent that you have as a Black person, people pay billions of dollars for that. And you need to know how to scale that. You need to know how to take that to the next level. You need to know how to basically say, I'm good at this, without telling people what you actually do.
What has it meant for you to have support from like everyone at this table, different community engagements and supporters? And what do you want people to know about your business and other Black businesses?
Oh yes, well, it's nice to know that you guys are all here to support behind me, so I thank you all for everything that you do. So thank you, yeah. Love you all as well, so thank
Love
you.
Feel weird?
Sorry, I don't do affections.
Happy Dessert Factory is here, welcoming everybody with open arms. We're just not your ordinary ice cream shop. We're here for the community, so if anybody has any ideas or anything else, you just shoot me an email, hit me up, we'll work with you.
Wrapping up.
I just want to say thank you to One Hood Media. You guys are great. You guys are doing a wonderful service to the community for making sure that we have all the information that we need, especially during this time of voting, but just making sure that we have all the facts necessary in this news cycle, whether that be national or local. And I think that you're doing a great service for all of Pittsburgh, but really for Black Pittsburgh, you're making our voice heard, and you guys are growing at a rapid rate. So I just want to say congratulations and thank you for collaborating with us in this Small Business Solidarity Program. We couldn't do it without One Hood. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you.